Have you ever wondered about the history and rivalry between Ferrari and Lamborghini? These two iconic brands, symbols of speed, luxury, and engineering excellence, have been at odds for over half a century. A battle royale on the racetracks and in the showrooms, each vying for the title of the ultimate supercar. Our tale begins in the heart of Italy, in the middle of the 20th century. Enzo Ferrari, a former race car driver, founded his company in the late 40s, with a focus on creating high-performance race cars. His creations quickly gained fame, their speed and power capturing the hearts of car enthusiasts around the world. Ferrari was the king of the road and the track. But little did he know, a challenger was about to emerge. Enter Ferruccio Lamborghini, a successful tractor manufacturer with a passion for fast cars. He was a customer of Ferrari, but after experiencing issues with his own Ferrari 250 GT, he decided he could do better. Unsatisfied with Ferrari's response to his complaints, Lamborghini set out to create a car that would surpass Ferrari's in terms of quality, performance, and luxury. In 1963, Automobili Lamborghini was born. Ferruccio Lamborghini's decision to take on the established Ferrari was a bold move, one that would ignite a rivalry like no other. From the outset, Lamborghini aimed to outdo Ferrari, not just in speed and power, but in comfort and luxury as well. He wanted to create a car that was not only a beast on the racetrack, but also a pleasure to drive on the open road. With the birth of Lamborghini, the world of sports cars was forever changed. The stage was set for a clash of titans, a rivalry fueled by passion, pride, and the pursuit of automotive perfection. The battle lines were drawn, and the war was on. Each brand, armed with its unique vision and innovative engineering, was ready to fight for supremacy. So the stage was set for a rivalry that would shape the world of sports cars forever. The battle between Ferrari and Lamborghini was not just about who could build the fastest car, but who could redefine the very concept of a sports car. This is a rivalry for the ages, a high-octane duel that continues to thrill and captivate car enthusiasts around the world. Now, let's delve into the timeline of these two Italian giants. Our journey begins in the early 1940s. Enzo Ferrari had been a race car driver for Alfa Romeo before he decided to create his own company, Ferrari SPA, in 1947. The first Ferrari, the 125S, was an immediate success on the racetrack, setting the pace for the brand's future. Fast forward to 1963. Ferruccio Lamborghini, a successful tractor manufacturer, was dissatisfied with the Ferrari he owned. He decided to start his own company, Automobili Lamborghini, aiming to create a refined grand touring car to compete with Ferrari's offerings. The first Lamborghini, the 350 GT, rolled out and the game was on. In the world of motorsport, Ferrari has been a dominant force, especially in Formula One. They hold the record for the most Constructors' Championships and Drivers' Championships. However, Lamborghini decided to focus more on road cars, although they've had their fair share of motorsport involvement, particularly in GT3 racing. The 1960s saw the birth of iconic models from both brands. In 1962, Ferrari released the 250 GTO, a car now regarded as one of the greatest Ferraris ever made. Lamborghini countered in 1966 with the Miura, a beauty that is often credited as the first supercar in the world. As time went on, both brands continued to innovate and push boundaries. The Ferrari Testarossa of the 80s, the Lamborghini Diablo of the 90s, and more recently, the Ferrari LaFerrari and the Lamborghini Aventador are testament to the brand's unyielding commitment to performance and design. Throughout the years, Ferrari and Lamborghini have been more than just car manufacturers. They've become symbols of prestige, speed, and the pursuit of automotive perfection. Over the years, these two brands have constantly pushed each other to the limit, resulting in some of the most iconic cars the world has ever seen. But how do these two brands compare in terms of specs and prices? Let's dive into the world of Ferrari and Lamborghini, two brands synonymous with speed, luxury, and elite performance. Their best sellers, Ferrari's 488 GTB and Lamborghini's Huracan, are prime examples of the engineering prowess these brands possess. Starting with the Ferrari 488 GTB, it's a powerhouse of speed and performance. Under the hood, you'll find a 3.9-liter V8 engine that delivers an impressive 660 brake horsepower. It can sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a mere 3 seconds flat. The design is an embodiment of aerodynamic efficiency, all while maintaining that classic Ferrari allure. Now let's talk money. The 488 GTB comes with a hefty price tag, starting at around $250,000. On the other side of the Italian coin, we have the Lamborghini Huracan. This beast is powered by a 5.2-liter V10 engine, pushing out a staggering 603 horsepower. The Huracan can rocket from 0 to 60 in just 2.5 seconds, beating the Ferrari by a half second. Its design is more aggressive, with sharp lines and a more futuristic appeal. In terms of price, the Huracan starts at a slightly higher point, with a base price of around $260,000. Both of these supercars offer exceptional performance and luxury, but they cater to different tastes. Ferrari leans more towards tradition and elegance, while Lamborghini tends to favor boldness and innovation. These high price tags are a reflection of the exclusivity associated with owning a Ferrari or Lamborghini. They're not just cars, they're statements. They're symbols of status, wealth, and a passion for high-performance driving. While both brands offer exceptional performance and luxury, their prices and specs reflect their unique approaches to car design and manufacturing. So, how accessible are these dream machines to the average Joe? Well, let's dive right in. The allure of brands like Ferrari and Lamborghini is built not only on their high-performance specs and gorgeous designs, but also on their exclusivity. The limited production runs of these cars mean they're not exactly popping up on every street corner, and the high prices further add to their elusive charm. Ferrari, for instance, is known for its careful control of production numbers. The company intentionally keeps production low to maintain the exclusivity and high demand for their cars. A new Ferrari can set you back anywhere from $250,000 to over $3 million, depending on the model. Lamborghini follows a similar strategy. They too limit production to ensure their cars remain a rare sight, adding to their desirability. With prices ranging from $200,000 to well over $4 million, it's clear that these cars are not designed for the average buyer. However, that doesn't mean owning one of these exotic beauties is completely out of reach. The second-hand market for these cars is thriving. Pre-loved Ferraris and Lamborghinis often come with a significantly reduced price tag, making them a more achievable dream for many car enthusiasts. Leasing is another option that's gaining popularity. With this arrangement, you can enjoy the thrill of driving one of these exotic machines without the hefty upfront cost. And when your lease is up, you can simply swap it for the latest model. But remember, the purchase price isn't the only cost to consider. The maintenance and insurance costs for these cars can also be quite high, so if you're thinking about getting behind the wheel of a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, it's important to factor in these ongoing costs. In the world of exotic cars, owning a Ferrari or a Lamborghini is a symbol of status and success, accessible only to a select few. But what if I told you there's a third player that could outshine both Ferrari and Lamborghini if they really tried? Yes, folks, we're talking about the British powerhouse McLaren. McLaren's journey began in the early 60s when Bruce McLaren, a New Zealander, started the company. The brand quickly made a name for itself in Formula One, and by the late 80s, it had begun producing road cars, the first of which was the McLaren F1. A marvel of engineering, the F1 held the record for the fastest production car for over a decade. Fast forward to today, and McLaren's lineup comprises some of the most drool-worthy supercars on the planet. The 720S is a perfect example. It's a technical tour de force, boasting a 0 to 60 time of just 2.8 seconds and a top speed of 212 miles per hour. These figures put it in direct competition with the likes of the Ferrari 488 GTB and the Lamborghini Huracan. When it comes to price, McLaren cars are certainly not cheap. The aforementioned 720S, for instance, starts at around $300,000. But then again, if you're in the market for a supercar, you're probably not too concerned about the price tag. In terms of obtainability, McLaren might have an edge over Ferrari and Lamborghini. While the Italian marques have been known to be quite selective about who they sell their most exclusive models to, McLaren seems more democratic. If you've got the cash, they've got the car. So, could McLaren outshine Ferrari and Lamborghini? It's certainly possible. The British brand has a rich racing heritage, a lineup of superbly engineered cars, and a reputation for innovation. While Ferrari and Lamborghini continue their rivalry, this third brand could very well steal the spotlight in the future.